Okay. Well, that's an orange camper. That's a pretty one. Come over here. I want you to stand right by this tree. You understand? Because the camper's about to move.
Okay. Move away from this. Yeah. It's not. It's cold. Look, this is all your playground. Well, just watch out for cars. Yeah. Watch out. See the trucks coming around. Make sure you're not in the road.
Don't ever take these pins past the midway point, because if they get all the way in the back, that's a pain in the butt to get out of there.
Look at that. Is that your tree?
Yeah.
Looks like a tree.
Let me put it up.
She said, wow. She likes it.
Campsite number 3. We're back at Wind Creek at Lake Martin. Site 43 this time. Just a couple of spots down from where we were our first trip over there at B46. Just finished getting everything set up. Got it pretty much the way we want it. It's October 2nd. It's getting dark a little earlier than normal and is off already. This is her favorite game when we get to the campsite.
Fast now.
This time we get to put the screen tent back here on elevated ground. And hopefully if the kids go down easily tonight, Mama and Papa can hang out a little bit, play cards or something, and sit by the bonfire. Because unlike the last time we were out here, tonight it's going to get down into the 40s. And there's the water. We're excited to be back. Third time out in it. We're hoping for a fun weekend. Connections are getting cleaner. The third time out now. Sewer hose has the right angle and elevation so that the water, the gravity-fed sewer, drains out properly. And we've got the clear source water filter set up, all of our excess hose and power cable out of the way and neatly wrapped. So I feel like my campsite setup ability is, after 3 trips, starting to get to where it needs to be.
Go all the way back, not around. Wait, let's just go back.
You gonna be silly? You like the hammock, don't you, bud? Oh, it's Monster Man in the hammock. Oh no. I love you, bud. I've got some red bell pepper, a jalapeno, and a white onion I'm about to chop up. And I've got some hamburger and some kielbasa. And we are going to make a campfire chili in my big Dutch oven out there. So I've got my camp Dutch oven sitting over a bed of coals here, and I've got a little fire going on over here so that I can keep some fuel for when we run out here. And we're about to put the hamburger meat in and make our campfire chili. And for the chili, I've got some tomato sauce, tomato paste, some petite diced tomatoes, hamburger meat, that kielbasa sausage, a white onion, red bell pepper, jalapeno, and some beef stock.
Go slide.
And for all you chili aficionados or Texans, I don't want to hear it. Tomatoes are going in it. It's good like that. First, we're going to go in with the hamburger meat. And we'll let that sit for a minute and get a little brown on it. That ground beef is almost browned through, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in this kielbasa sausage that I've sliced into little rounds and then sliced again in half. Just want to get a little color on that sausage and let some of the fat get out of it before we add in all of our liquid and vegetables. I like to sweat the vegetable just a little bit in the fat from the meat before I put in the beans and the sauce and the tomatoes and the liquid. So just cook those down for about 2 or 3 minutes. Just give that a stir. Let those vegetables sweat down for a minute. The next step is we're going to go ahead and deglaze our pot here with some beef stock. And you can do this with beef stock. I've done it with brown beer before. I like Shinerbach, Newcastle, things like that. But just a little bit of beef stock in there for now. Help get all the good browned bits off the bottom and side of the pan. And then the next thing that we're going to want to go in with are canned goods. Got a big can of petite diced tomatoes. We're going to go in with some light red kidney beans. And I've got some Bush's chili beans, so they've got a little bit of seasoning added to them. And I've also got a tomato sauce. For now, I'm just going to put in probably half of the can. We're gonna see what we wind up with liquid-wise here in a minute, and maybe we'll put some more in. Maybe we'll go in some more stock. It's about 1:45, and we're shooting to eat at around 6:30, so it's gonna cook for 4 hours, 45 minutes, maybe 5 hours by the time it's done. And I probably will add more liquid throughout that cooking process depending on how hot the chili gets. I'm gonna cook with the lid on, so we're not gonna get all the liquid evaporate, but there will be some. I also like to use just a couple of scoops of tomato paste. And again, for you Texans, I don't care. I know tomatoes don't go in chili. This is probably more realistically a stew. But I like the tomato paste because it helps to thicken it a little bit. And it definitely adds a richness that just the diced tomatoes in the sauce don't add. Last thing, can't have chili without chili seasoning, right? So just using a regular McCormick's chili packet. Dump that whole thing in there. Give it a stir. And I was just going to use a hot holder to grab the lid and the pot to pull in and out of the fire as I needed to add coals, but my little camp shovel here that has an adjustable pick on the back has wound up being really handy here for this exact purpose. So let's get our lid back on, and here in about an hour, when we add coals to the bottom of the pot there, we can use that also to pick it up out of the fire, so pretty convenient. Chili's been on for a little over 2 hours, and we're going to lift the lid off of it here and take a look and see what it looks like. Oh yeah. It's been rocking right along. Do a little taste test here. Just make sure there's nothing stuck to the bottom first. It's a really well seasoned Dutch oven, so it does a pretty good job not scorching the food down there on the bottom. Oh, that's really hot. That's really good. This lid is really tight fitting, so not a lot of moisture escapes actually. I may put it on there a little cockeyed and see if I can get a little bit more water to cook out in the last couple of hours here, because it is still a little watery, but the flavor's great, and as it cooks down more, it's just going to get more intense and richer. You worn out, Mama? You like that chili, bud?
Yep.
Let me see you.
He's bitter.
Wow. Looks like you do like it.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be done soon. You can eat it.
Yep. It tastes good.
It's not too spicy for you?
It is not spicy.
Well, the chili's almost done.
It's
And
not-
obviously, Noah's a fan.
It's cool now. And
We tried it about an hour ago, maybe a little longer than that, and it was really good. I've just taken the top off of it and added some coal and brought the fire a little closer to it so that it really cooks hot the last 15-20 minutes here and cooks some of that excess moisture out. It's about long enough on the chili cooking. We're going to take it over to the table and serve it up.
Oh.
So just right at 4 hours on the fire.
taste.
And there's our finished product.
Yummy.
Campfire chili.
It's here, Turbo.
It's going to be good.
Oh, you better eat it for it goes. Oh, yeah, it does. Uh-oh, it looks like they may have taken them down.
What?
Looks like they may have taken them down. They're probably getting ready to leave today.
Paper.
Watch out.
Paper. Whoa! Nothing.
Got it? Hold on the swing.
You gotta tell Daddy.
No, you got to learn how to swing. See, she can do it herself. You just do your legs out and in. Out. Bend them. Out. In.
Whoop.